with Against Doll Odds, and I'm here to show you one of my newest doll hauls. Now, most of you know that usually I do American Girl, but what you may not know is that I collected 50s dolls for about 20 years with my mom. We started when I was in college, and I have probably a few hundred 50s dolls, especially Cosmopolitan Ginger. That was my first love, my very first introduction into collecting as an adult, and I have so many Gingers. So the other day, I bought a couple of American Girl dolls, Pleasant Company dolls, from a wonderful local lady named Zoe, and she had also had this lot of 50s, little 8-inch 50s dolls to sell as well, and I kind of thought about it and ended up going back for them, because even if I don't collect them as much as I used to, I still love them, and I look into this box and I know what the majority of these are. So here is my newest 50s doll haul, and I'm bringing you along for the ride. One of the ones that stood out to me in the listing was this little doll. This is a Muffy. I don't know if you know what Muffy is, but she was a competitor of Vogue's Ginny doll in the 50s. These little 8-inch dolls were super duper popular in the 50s. You know, you would buy a doll and there was a bazillion outfits for them. And because there was a lot of competitors, there were a lot of other companies that made dolls and outfits, so you could have an entire village of these little dolls if you wanted. This is a 1954 Muffy, and the reason why I know that is because she is a walker, but she does not have eyebrows. The earliest Muffies didn't have eyebrows. In 1953 with the Strung doll, and then 1954 with the first walker, they didn't have eyebrows. She is also in her original dress, and I didn't even check for a tag yet, but I know that it's her original dress because it's open down the back. This was a feature of just a few specific brands of dolls, and Nancy Ann's Storybook was one of them that did dresses open down the back. And then the snap also tells me that she is very early. Ignore where it's scuffed, but it is just a little round plain snap. Muffy had these snaps until 55 when they went to donut snaps. Those are donut snaps. So this is an adorable Muffy. I can't wait to fix her up. Her hair needs to be tamed a little bit and rebraided. I love 50s dolls with braided hair because it is the easiest to restore, because you just have to be able to braid. I could probably find underwear for her. Muffy had very unique underwear, little heart-shaped lace around the leg openings. And these aren't the right shoes either, but I still have so many 50s dolls and clothes, and I may have shoes for her. Oh, and she needs to be restrung. You can just barely tell this arm is coming out of socket. Restringing is easy though. So Ginny was really the one that started this little doll craze in the 50s. Vogue dolls came out with these little dolls even in the late 40s, and it wasn't until the early 50s that they finally earned the name of Ginny. But this is also a 54 because she is also a walker. You can see Ginny had a very obvious walking mechanism, but she has painted lashes and no molded lashes. So you can see the painted lashes, they're turning a little yellow, which they did a lot of these years. Molded lashes look like that. This is another braided wig, which I love. Like I said, it'll be easy to fix her. The other ski is down here too. Where is it? There it is. Now the next little Ginny is also 1954. This is definitely a Vogue outfit. I have seen this one. Yeah, there's the tag. She's got some short hair. I don't know what's going on. She may have had a trim, but regardless, it's really, really cute. So I will probably just tame that and leave it the way it is. We've got this little Alex. So this is Madame Alexander Kim. And she is, let's see, she is a walker. Alexanderkin walkers are different. Instead of having a fixed mechanism in their hips, they had these little spacers, and their legs are strung through the spacers. So this is a very sweet little 1954 or 1955 Alexanderkin. I love the way their eyes flutter from this era. She's got, her hair's a little bit out of the curls. I might be able to pin that up just a little bit. This is not her dress. I'm not sure what it is. I have books and brochures on other small dolls from the 50s, so I may be able to find this dress in those books and see what it is. She'll need to be restrung, both legs and arms. She's pretty floppy, and that makes the mechanism, the walking mechanism, not work very well when they're floppy like that. So this is a much later Ginny. She has a Bettany, she's a Bettany walker, which means, let me think, I think Ginny went to Bettany walkers in 57. And you'll notice she's got molded lashes instead of the painted lashes, and sticky eyes. A lot of them do. This dress is Ginny, and there you can see, oops, sorry, there you can see the tag. I will have to find her some shoes, and see what I can do about her outfit, rebraid her hair, clean her up, restring her arms because they're quite floppy. Let's talk about Ginger clones. I mentioned that Cosmopolitan Ginger is my favorite. So the woman who started Cosmopolitan, Catherine Kay, she worked originally for Vogue Dolls. She saw how popular Ginny was becoming, and she left and she started her own company. Her doll was named Ginger, and she had a lot of outfits that were really similar to Ginny's as well. But she was an incredible businesswoman, because one of the things that she did that collectors now hate, because it makes it really hard to identify real Ginger dolls, but she sold her dolls molds. So this one is not a real Ginger doll, and you know this because it has kind of a cheaper wig. It's just a side part wig. Glued down, there will be wig cap material right underneath the part, but everywhere else there's no wig cap material, and this hair is just glued straight to the head. So the wigs were lesser quality on the clone dolls. That's what some of us ended up calling them, as Ginger clones, because they use the same mold. They have the Ginger face, but they're not Ginger dolls. They're less expensive clones made by other companies. You know, the little clones aren't super valuable. I've got a bunch of them though, because I love them, and I love Ginger, and I love the history of the company. So she is a fun little find. So I'm not sure offhand which doll this is. She's got that Pam and Virga face. Fortune made Pam, and that company was probably in bed with Cosmopolitan, who made Ginger, because they share a lot of fabrics and their offices were right down the hall from one another. So they were probably connected in some fashion. But anyways, so Virga made 8-inch dolls as well. And this doll, I don't know which she is. She could be either one. She could be one of the other knockoffs. Later on, I will take her arms off and look at the hooks. There we go. So it's the peg style, which I will look later and see which doll she probably is. She's a little Unita doll. Obviously, she's a Girl Scout. She has some shoes and socks and a hat and a super cute little outfit. I don't know if her other shoe and sock is in here or not. Her leg obviously broke off, and she's a walker doll. So that post, there's, with the walker dolls, there's a post that comes down into the walking mechanism and then goes out to each leg. And that just broke clean out of this leg. So there may not be anything I can do to fix her. I have never repaired a walking mechanism. It involves taking the doll all the way apart, which is a little alarming if you haven't done it before. So I may just use her outfit for another doll. So Jeanette was a little sister of Ginny, and both of these Jeanettes came in this lot. So the painted eye is most likely earlier. They started the painted eye when they started making Jeanette in 1955. They did keep making the painted eye until 1959. So even though most people think that that means that she's the earliest, they did make the painted eye for a little while. So she may not be the earliest. She's a basic Jeanette, so she's still in a cloth diaper. She's got a little robe on. And then this Jeanette is something special because she has a squeaker in her. So in 1957, they started making Jeanette dolls with a little squeaker. It makes it sound like a dog toy, but whatever. So she's, you know, they're both drinking wet dolls. This one has the squeaker. This one's probably earlier, or possibly earlier. If you look at her, you look at the difference. I haven't cleaned them up yet. They're pretty filthy. But, I mean, look, she's got much different color. This one's vinyl has changed color quite a bit. One of them has a box, and this says Undressed Baby Doll Pink. So if their clothing has been swapped, it could be the painted eye doll that belongs in this box. But my guess is that the one with the molded eyes and the squeaker, the sleep eyes and the squeaker, owns this box. And then inside the box, we have all kinds of clothes. So both Ginny and Jeanette had this little ski outfit. So I need to look it up and see how I can tell the difference. Which one is Ginny, which one is Jeanette? Maybe they're both Jeanette, I don't know. It looks like there might only be the one hat. Oh, no, there's another hat. Okay, there's another hat. Quite dirty. Okay, that obviously goes that way. Okay, so I need to do a little checking and see if I can figure out whose outfit is whose. And then there's some other random things in this little box. This cracks me up. I know what this is because I had this doll. This is from an 80s Barbie. This is a swimsuit from an 80s Barbie. And I had that doll. I had that very same swimsuit, which cracks me up. Zoe is about my age, the one I bought those things from. She's about my age, so it makes total sense that she would have had the same dolls potentially as I did. Ooh, look what I just found. I just found all 4 booties to the ski outfits, which I think means that they're all Jeanette. I don't think Ginny had the booties. I need to look it up. This is tagged. This is the bonnet, and it clearly goes with this little romper. So that is a Jeanette outfit. So this is an amazing find, you guys. And then here, I don't know if this is really anything. This is just a stretchy tutu. And then this, I have no idea what this is, but this is beautiful. There is this really weird little mechanical doll that I found the sales tag that came in the cradle at some point. And I'll just put him back in his cradle. His arm is over here somewhere. Ah, there it is. There. I need to put him back together. Clean him up. This is such an interesting childhood collection to me because it obviously spans a lot of years. So this one, this Amy, is, oh, look at her tag is newer, so she might even be 90s or 2000s. She might be pretty new. So that's Amy from Little Women. She feels like she's all apart. I think she needs to be, yeah, she needs to be restrung. Oh, yep, there goes her arm. This cute little one still has her tags. She is pat a cake, and this is her box. Just a few other little things in here, like this little guy, his arms are off, his arms are over here. I can probably fix him. And then there is Jeanette bedding over here. This will be a fun project for me to get these all fixed up. I hope you all have enjoyed this little walk through my little 50s doll haul. And hopefully I will have them all fixed up soon, and I can do kind of an after video too to show you what they all look like fixed up.